Mysteries!
Hello, and welcome to another Moron Math Minecraft mystery. In this episode, I'm running around the world of Dysteria, seeing what there is to see. So I was running around, lots of stuff to see, some sort of floating island over there, a little river down here, and so I was looking around, and I found these. I found some pumpkins. Yay, pumpkins! And so, if I look at my inventory, I have 5 of these pumpkins. And so I want to go to the Dysteria shop and sell these pumpkins to see how much money I can make. So here I am at the Dysteria shop. Hello, Crafty Jr. and Mackie May. And I'm going to the economy section. And I'm looking for the crops market. There it is. And so over here I have pumpkins. Pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins. Now it says 16 pumpkins I can sell for $20. Well, looking at my inventory, I don't have 6. I only have 5 of these pumpkins. So let's see how much pumpkins are each. So one pumpkin sells for $1.25. $1.25. So I guess what I want to know is, how much will all 5 of my pumpkins sell for? It's a mystery. In fact, it's today's Minecraft mystery. And whenever we have a Minecraft mystery, we go quick to the math cave. Oh wait, I can't run there. I have to teleport. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, boom! So here's my base. Let's go down. Oh, I didn't want to go downstairs. I want to go upstairs. The math cave is now upstairs. Here it is. Moron Math Minecraft Mysteries Math Cave. Enter at your own risk. I dare to enter. Let's go in here. The bulletin board of mystery. Here is our Minecraft problem of the day. I want to sell 5 pumpkins at the shop to earn some cash. Pumpkins sell for $1.25 each. How much money will I make if I sell these 5 pumpkins? Pause the video, solve the problem, and come on back when you think you have a solution. Okay, welcome back. Let's see. I have 5 pumpkins. I want to sell them, and they're $1.25 each. How much money am I going to make? That's tough. And when math gets tough, we go to the magical whiteboard. Push to activate. Pow! Woo! So if I want to sell 5 pumpkins, and I know that each pumpkin is $1.25, how am I going to figure out how much money I'm going to make? Well, let's think about this. I essentially have 5 things, or 5 groups, in this case 5 pumpkins. And in each group, I have $1.25. In other words, each pumpkin is $1.25. So I have 5 groups of $1.25. And whenever I have this many of those, this much of that, it's a multiplication problem. My multiplication problem is 5 times 1 and 25 or 5 times 1.25. So I can do this as a multiplication problem. But what do I do if I don't know how to multiply decimals? Well, don't panic, because remember, multiplication is just repeated addition. So I can solve this problem 2 different ways. If I know how to multiply decimals, I'm just going to multiply some decimals. If I don't, I can use repeated addition. So let me set up the problem 2 different ways. Let's start with addition. Let's assume we don't know how to multiply decimals. So I'd have to set up this giant addition problem, but I can do it. It's going to take me some time. It's going to be a lot of writing. But if I don't know how to multiply decimals, there's always a possibility I can just add them up like this. But before I add all these decimals up, there's a lot of things going on. I want to do a quick estimate. So for this estimate, I just want to find a nice number near 1 and 25 so that I can use in place of 1 and 25 So if I were to round this to the nearest whole, it would just be a 1. Well, all of these would be a 1. So I'd have a 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which I know in my head instantly is just a 5. So I know my final answer should be close to 5. Close to, but more than 5, because all of these are a little bit more than 1. Now, I just add these numbers by lining them up by place value, which I've done, using my decimal point as a guide, and I add them like I would whole numbers or decimals. So 500ths plus 500ths plus 500ths plus 500ths plus 500ths is 2500ths, but I only have space for 5 of them, so I'm going to have to regroup 20 of them, and those 20 hundredths become worth 2 tenths. So I have 2 tenths plus 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 2 tenths. Whew, that's a lot of tenths. That is 12 tenths, but I only have room for 2 of those tenths in my place value system. So I have to regroup 10 of those tenths, and 10 of those tenths is worth 1 whole. So I have 1 whole plus 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 1 whole, which is 6 wholes. So if I add these up, 5 groups of 1.25 will give me 6.25, 6 and 25 hundredths. That's what I do if I didn't know how to multiply decimals. Now let me show you how quick and easy this problem can be once I do know how to multiply decimals. Let's set it up. Before I multiply though, I want to do a quick estimate, and this estimate's a little different because I'm estimating some multiplication. And actually, I find estimating multiplication to be easier than estimating addition, because I look at 1.25 and I say, oh, it's about 1. And 5 is just a 5, and 1 times 5 is 5. And if I'm looking a little more carefully, I notice that it's actually something greater than 1 times 5. So I should get an answer close to, but greater than 5. So notice my estimates are the same answer, but I did 2 different types of estimation. So now let's multiply this decimal times this whole number. I'll tell you a secret. Multiplying decimals is just like multiplying whole numbers. It is exactly the same, except you have to know where to put the decimal point when you're all finished. And that is where my estimate will come in when I'm done. So let's get started with just our basic multiplication, pretending the decimal point's not there. And without the decimal point there, it's going to look like 125 times 5, which I know how to do. So let's start with the 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, but I only have room for the 5, so I got to regroup the 2 up here. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12, but I only have room for the 2, and I have to regroup the 1 up there. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. So I have 625. If my problem was 125 times 5, my answer would be 625. But now let's go back and look at the estimate. We know our answer has to be close to, but a little bit bigger than 5. So all I have to do is figure out where do I put my decimal point to get as close to my estimate of 5 as possible. If I put the decimal point at the end here, I create 625. Well, that's not very close to 5. If I put the decimal point after the 2 and before the 5, I create a 62 and 5 tenths. Well, 62 is not very close to 5. If I put my decimal point between the 6 and the 2, I create a 6 and 25 hundredths. Well, 6 is very close to 5, but let's try one more spot. If I put my decimal point in front of everything, I would get 625 thousandths. And that is also pretty close to 5. It's a number less than 1, but it's still pretty close to 5. Luckily, 6 and 25 hundredths is the closest I can get to 5 with these digits in this order, putting the decimal point there. So my answer is, in fact, 6 and 25 hundredths. Now, there's another great trick if you forget to estimate, which a lot of people do. There's another great trick to make sure you know where to put the decimal point, and that involves looking back at the problem. When I look back at the problem, I notice that there are 2 digits after the decimal points in the problem. Now, there's only one decimal point in the problem this time, but there are 2 digits after that decimal point. And here's a cool pattern. However many digits, in this case 2 of them, are after the decimal points in the problem, in the multiplication problem, there will always be the same number of digits after the decimal point in the answer. So let's pretend I still think that the answer is 625, even though it's not, and I don't have an estimate. Let's pretend that's not there. And I go back and look at the problem, I notice, oh, there's 2 digits after the decimal points in the problem. I just come back over here, and the decimal point in 625 is over here, and I just back it up 2 spots until I have 2 digits after the decimal point in the answer. So notice there are 2 digits after the decimal point in the answer, because there are 2 digits after the decimal points in the problem. That will always be a pattern that always works. I prefer estimating because I find it's quicker and easier than counting decimal spots, but a lot of people prefer counting the spots. Guess what? You use whatever's easiest for you. So our answer again is 6.25. But let's go back and check the question. The question is how much what? How much money am I going to make? And in this case, money is measured in dollars. So my final answer will be $6.25. Don't forget your label. And so our mystery has been solved, and that solution is $6.25. Mystery, bam, solved. So how about we go back to the shop and see if we really got the right answer? Let's teleport. All right, I'm back at the shop. Let's go find the crops market. Hello, Iridium. Let's see, where are we? Economy section. Always going to the economy section. And I see the crops market in the distance. Let's go to the pumpkin spot where I can sell these pumpkins. So I've got 5 pumpkins. I can sell them for $1.25 each. So if I sell all of them, $6.25. Not only has our answer been solved, but it's been proven using Dexterity. So our answer is in fact $6.25. Awesome. So thank you for joining me for this episode of Moron Math Minecraft Mysteries. Join me next time where maybe I'll harvest some wheat and see if I can go up a level if I have enough cash. Remember to subscribe, comment, ask me questions, and I'll see you next time. And remember, if you're not confused, you're not learning. Bye-bye.
Math is fun. Math is fun.